inaugural episode of Federico Talks Watches. Now, today I want to talk about something that is going on in kind of the Rolex watch market, and something that I'm sure a lot of you guys may be interested in. And that is the new Pepsi Bezel GMT Master 2 selling at crazy premiums. But are those premiums holding? Now, of course, before we get into it, customary wristwatch check. Today I'm wearing the Panerai Luminor Daylight. I believe it's PAM 380. Haven't worn this bad boy in a while, but I'm really, really loving it. And I wanted to point you guys to the direction of my website, delraywatch.com, where I just got in another Longines Heritage 1945, one of last year's most popular dress watches, at a very fair price that sold like hotcakes. So if you guys are looking for one of those, I got one of those in stock, as well as a GMT Master 2 ceramic non-Pepsi with full box and papers. And we also have a crazy deal going on an Omega Speedmaster Speedy Reduced. All that and more at delraywatch.com, link in the description below. But let's get right into the subject of this video, the Rolex GMT Master 2 Pepsi, last year's, or this year's rather, biggest baselworld release. And I made a couple videos about it. It was gonna be super hot, it was gonna sell at huge premiums, something kind of like the Daytona. Now, I have made videos speculating that the Daytona and the Sky Dweller would drop in price, and this was about a year ago, and I'll admit I've been wrong about that. I still do expect them to drop in price, but I predicted it would happen already, and I was wrong. However, with this watch, I've noticed a few things. Now, when they first came out, I think retail was just over 10,000. When they first came out, this was going to be the highest watch. And I remember one of the first examples in the US sold for over double retail, over $21,000, and that is crazy for a GMT Master 2, but the market bared it, and that's what they were selling for. However, me being a watch dealer, I'm part of a few private dealer networks where we share prices and dealers kind of post stock for sale, wholesale, dealer to dealer, and a watch like a GMT Master 2 Pepsi is never something with a dealer's going to make a ton of money, unless, of course, they get it from the AD themselves. They usually retail. The difference between wholesale and retail is $400 or $500. And I started noticing recently a couple of things. Firstly, a huge influx of customers calling me and other dealers trying to sell the GMT Master Pepsi that the AD delivered to them at a massive profit. To the point is, I'm being offered kind of laughable prices, like, oh, I want $25,000, and that just is never going to happen. But also, Rolex started delivering these in much bigger quantities than everybody was expecting. And in the past couple of weeks, I've seen the dealer-to-dealer price, in the past 3 weeks rather, the dealer-to-dealer price go from trading at $20,000, dealer-to-dealer, and dealer selling it no problem, to now people asking 18.2, 18.3, and having trouble moving those. All because these, while they're still hard to get and they're going to command a premium, they're a lot more on the market than what people think. And in the past 3 weeks, I mean, that's a huge price delta. I mean, prices are really crumbling, which is good news for guys that want to pick it up and don't have a dealer connection, an AD connection rather, because you don't have to pay these insane premiums. But at the same time, I think it's a wake-up call for the scalpers who bought a ton of them thinking they're going to cash out. And don't get me wrong, they're still making thousands over list, but prices are going down, and they're going down fast. So if you own one of these and you want to get out of it, you bought it just to unload it, my suggestion is, get out of it now. Get out of it quickly. And I do expect the prices to keep crumbling down until probably late November, late December, when the premiums are going to start going back up. Rolex is going to stop releasing stock for Christmas, as they usually do. Secondary dealers are going to raise their prices because of the demand. and we can see prices picking up again. But from going from 20, 21,000 to 18, and even at 18 having trouble selling it in 3 weeks is a pretty big move. And I think this has something to do also with the model. I mean, it's just a GMT Master 2, a great watch, but let's not forget there's multiple variations of this. There's the black one, the Batman, two tones, solid gold. Whereas with something like the Daytona, you only have black or white and precious metal, which is much more expensive. This has three variations in steel. The Daytona has two, but the GMT Master's also never been a model with a real premium on top of it. And I'm sure the fact that Tudor released their Pepsi is having a little bit of an effect as well with people who are willing to pay premiums or not. But yeah, I just wanted to share this observation with you guys. Prices seem to be coming back down to earth. There's still going to be a premium. I'm not saying they're going to sell at retail, but yeah, I mean these premiums are just not holding, especially with the root beer version, the two-tone root beer. Boy, the first couple sold well above retail. Now, it's really not that hard to pick one up at a reasonable price. Kind of interesting to see. I wanted to share this observation. So if you guys do want to pick one up on the secondary market, I think, maybe waiting a few more weeks is going to be prime to pick one up at not so much of a premium, or maybe even check in with your AD because they seem to be releasing in bigger quantities than expected. But I do, as I said, expect the price to go back up during the holiday season. Interesting, very interesting, but at the same time, $20,000 for a GMT Master, $25,000 for a GMT Master 2 in steel was just ludicrous to begin with, in my humble opinion. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share that little tidbit of information that I noticed from the market. I know a lot of you guys are a fan of the Pepsi. I'm sure a lot of you guys want to pick it up. Hopefully you find this information useful. And if you did, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. It really does help. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more content. Guys, thank you so much for sticking around for another episode of Federico Talks Watches, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.